Hello Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies, and this is your extended for your morning reading, which we were talking about really going on your way in your contract, in your soul contract, and where you need to go and what you need to be doing. But sometimes having it slow you down a little bit, okay? Because we do some work and then we kind of just want to go forward, like really fast. I want to move, I want to go, I want to get there. However, sometimes they slow you down a little bit, and there's a reason for that. As I said, no coincidences in life, never ever, okay? If something's slowing you down, it's because you really need to be looking at something. Okay, so I decided to use the White Witch Tarot. Really like this deck, but it only has the major arcana. I'm going to be using it like an oracle, okay? What came out here is the devil, right? So the devil is all about restriction. Okay, so of course, no coincidence, right? I was just talking about there's a reason why they're slowing down. Maybe there's a reason they're restricting you, okay? It's because they want you to look into something. Okay, so you have to free yourself of something that needs, I don't know, looking at. They want me to take the book because I've never really done it, and they just want me to take a look. Okay, this is really weird because this book only has like fragmented words. I know people say it's a poem, but I think it's more of thoughts, okay, associated with the card, and I really want to use them for you to tune into that, okay? So these are some of the questions that might be coming through and might be slowing you down. So look into this, okay? Very important. And I like it. A lot of them are placed as questions. So unrelinquishing, sorry. What a word. Okay. What of my sorrow? What of my hate? Who shall take my great complaint? How do I live if I don't know? Okay, I love this one. How do I live if I don't know? The addiction for the flail places focus on complexity detail. And then it says, with nowhere they want to go, for all who will not, let it be and leave it. Deceiver whispers in your ears the many things you come to fear. Matters not if they occur, it can convince you till you're sure. Oh, there you go. Okay, I love that one. Can convince you if you're sure. Okay, and if I look at this, what I feel very much is like you being restricted and their hands over your mouth, okay? Not your throat, your mouth. They just don't want you to talk yourself out of whatever they're trying to convince you of. And if you see that poison is coming out of their mouth into their hand over your mouth, so that you end up telling people the same thing. Huh. It's interesting. I see a comb over here. Remind you of anybody? Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. But that's the first thing I thought. Okay, so I'm going to take one of those. I'm going to look into here. So this is a deception. This is deceiving, okay? So it's exactly saying that. Okay, Moonology card 2 came out. Work through your fears, okay? And the energy is gaining momentum. Perfect. So these two coming out together is absolutely perfect. You have new moon in Scorpio and waxing moon. So there you go. First thing is work through this, okay? And then you'll gain momentum. So this is the question we're asking. Why is it slowing us down? We're kind of, our hopes and fears is hoping to move forward quickly. And this is saying, work through it, and then you'll be able to move. Okay, that's always the way. It's always the way. It's always the same. Lesson learned, move forward. Just going to push my keyboard. Okay. All the cards that I used, I put them in the first comment at top. I pin them if you're interested. Boundaries. Okay. So, right here what I'm feeling is that you're trying to release the boundaries, okay? I see the bubble. We had the Seven of Wands in the Light Seers deck this morning where she was meditating in her bubble. Now, I see you now in that bubble, but you're looking up at the moon. You're ready to burst the bubble. You're ready to go through. You're seeing the energy go through this bubble. You know there's more. Okay, so I feel that you're going to go through those boundaries. And this is waxing gibbous 3, and this is waxing, okay? So the energy is gaining momentum. This is exactly it. These could be like, you know, pairing cards. There you go. Okay, yes, it's a different moon, but it doesn't matter. What's uncovered here is covered here. It makes a full moon. Do you see that? You see how these two moons can make one whole one? Let's put them together. Can we cut it out? And I'll just attach them together. Okay? This is the bookends. This is the bookends. These are the two different ones that make the full moon, the completion. Get it? Yeah. Isn't it great how they work this way? This is exactly what they're talking about, okay? You're going to go through those boundaries and then you're going to gain momentum. This is what you need to be doing, okay? Wow. Okay. That's very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's pull some tarot with this and let's get an extended. Let's see what else they can tell us, how we can get past all of this, Pisces, okay? Because we can get past this. Okay? So this is what you got to work on this week. You got to focus on the ideas that you have been focusing on and keep working on breaking down those boundaries, especially the energy ones, okay? Remember I told you we fall into a rut? See, this is like talking about speed. Again, the Knight of Swords. This is something. You're not going to catch any speed in this momentum until you deal with this stuff. Okay? This stuff is the stuff that's restricting you. Okay? I feel very much a Page of Swords freaking energy again. Okay? And people... I'm hearing spirits going, some people are going to say it's evil talking to you. No, 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 no. It's you. Okay? You want to call somebody evil? Call yourself evil. You're the one who talks yourself out of it. Okay? Just work through it. That's it. There's not a big deal about it. Okay? So, this card is the Five of Pentacles. It also talks about worried about financial loss or lack of security. Okay? So... this may deal, again, working through your fears. Working through your fears. Remember where that comes from? Your fears, your safety? There's a question for you. Okay, which chakra deals with safety, you guys? Okay, so if you put the answer down there, I'll enter you into the draw. But you guys know, I've been talking about this for weeks. So, what deals with safety? Which chakra? I'll give you a clue. It's the most basic one. Okay, so you know, you have to work through this. You have to absolutely work through it. The Ace of Pentacles. When you do, eureka, things will come through, okay? You'll be planning for healthy new beginnings. You'll start planting the seeds because you're going to have seeds to grow. Because you'll have worked through those boundaries, those limitations, okay? This is why you have a soul contract. For a lot of you, this is what your soul contract is. Realizing your magic. Nice. When you realize your magic and that your boundaries are no longer there, you're going to be able to do so much more with you, with your life, with your path. Okay? Things are going to become less of, well, I can't do that, and more like, that's going to be a challenge, but how can I do that? Okay, the same thing. It doesn't mean that you can do it right now, but one is completely disqualifying it, and the other one is completely not disqualifying it. Putting it maybe on the, let me think about this for a minute. And that's when your abundance of any kind that you're looking for, whatever it applies to in your life, which could be like happiness, relationship, money, whatever. Wherever it resonates for you, this is when this is going to come in for you. Okay? This is when it's going to come in for you. I feel that this is repeating, but Spirit is telling me that that we need to remind ourselves, because it happens that we say, I've got it, and then you go down, and then whoops, you fall back into where you were before. It's not because you haven't learned, it's just it's so much easier to fall back into where you go, okay? They say one of the ways that you can get yourself out of that is always going to your intuition first. Very first. Because it will let you know. It'll go into your the chakra of safety and make you realize that whoa, something doesn't feel right. Something feels off. I've got to take care of it. Wait, I know this. This is because I'm out of alignment here. Okay, we've dealt with this. So what's the issue? Ah, safety. Ah, okay. So let's do the work. Let's use the tool, our mind. Sit down. Write it down. What is real? What is imagination? Because remember, your mind can make you think that things are real that aren't. They're just in your head, okay? The worst part about your mind, this is with Spirit, I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can, is when you use your mind very diligently on everything. Your mind sneakily uses, okay, this is the trickery part. All right, I'm going to do it. The trickery part, the devil part of the mind, is that it uses logic to trick you into thinking it's reality. Ah, wasn't that so hard? Okay? Your mind is so sharp and so keen, and you've honed it so well that it can almost tell you things that aren't reality, but they make so much sense, okay, of a possibility that could happen, that even though it's an imaginary situation, and there's that word again, that hasn't really been concretely been brought to life here, we still kind of believe that, oh, yeah, that could definitely happen. That means, I'm not going to do that. So do you see how it is, even though there's a possibility that that could happen, even though that you've seen it maybe happen to somebody else, doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. It's still just trickery. It's trickery with your mind. So you got to be careful. Go here first, okay? Go to that part of you, the higher self, the whole way down to the chakra going. How does this feel? Why does it feel bad? Now, who's the troublemaker here? Who's the devil? Who's the troublemaker? Who's causing problems? Is it my past? Is it falling back into that boundary that I blew up last week? What is it? What is going on, okay? Always question. Am I feeling bad for a reason? Or am I feeling bad because of history? Okay, right. And then again, here's the Three of Wands. You had it this morning. This is launching. When you get through all of that, you're going to be able to launch into this new idea, because you'll have worked through your fears of anxiety and worry of whatever you were creating in your mind, that block, and then you'll have that Ace of Swords that came down this morning. You'll be able to focus on one of the two things that you're working on, the one that you want to give all your attention to. And look at those boats coming in, okay? And it's a 3. It's not the 8 of Wands. Won't be coming in full blast. There's no speed boats here. There's sailboats, okay? The wind's going to carry them to you. But when they do, you're going to be so happy. Oh, I feel so much happiness when those sailboats finally dock and you're going like, oh, they were bigger than I thought. Oh, look at those boats. They were a lot bigger than I thought. It's going to be gloriously beautiful, okay? All right, so let's see here. What else? Right. And look at that. You have the Fool right in the middle of that. working through your fears. Your energy gains momentum. This new opportunity, you focus on it. You have the magic to create it because you've blasted the opportunity. So there you go. You'll be able to move like the Fool. And it may appear to other people that they'll say, what, you're jumping off a cliff? What the heck? What's going on? Well, you know what? I actually have a parachute in there. I'm ready and I don't really care. Okay? I have a flower in my hand. The sun is shining on me. My life is good. Either that or, hey, there's a plateau right underneath there that you didn't see. There's a step there that nobody saw, but I know about it because, you know, Spirit's got my back. And I've got my own back. That's the thing. You have your own back, okay? Your boundaries have fallen down, but it's just because you've started to trust yourself. And that is what's important. Trusting yourself and your abilities to know what's good for you and what isn't, okay? It may look like an innocent beginning to a lot of people, but it doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing, okay? Right. Okay. So, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is about security and control, okay? So, it's a double-edged sword with this card. Too much of it is no good. Too little of it is also no good. So, you have to strike a balance here. You have 2 and 2 is 4, which is perfect. And in a way, it's almost like having the balance. He's putting his feet on it. He's very grounded. He's very grounded to what he needs to have done. Okay? And he's almost showing, in this case, I don't feel like he's holding it. I feel like he's more showing you. Okay? This is what crowns me. This is what's at the heart of me, and it's at the feet. I feel like there's an alignment going on here. You're aligning things so that you can have some kind of control on your life, and that's okay. And I don't even feel that he's holding on too tightly. He's just kind of holding on to it in a very fashionable way, okay? So that's what you need to do. You need to have that special something to keep that stability, okay? And again, this is the card of boundaries. So this is the double edge. This is boundaries, and this is literally what I have as a title for this card when I learned it, is boundaries. So you have to as well get away from those boundaries, the ones that are restricting you from breaking the bubble and going out, okay? And that is the most important part. You have to break out of that bubble. You have to let the energy flow where it needs to be. And you have to believe in yourself, okay? And that's when the magic starts happening, right here, the abundance, okay? Those boundaries. Okay, so what else can we do here? We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. I'll just do it. Okay. Right. The King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Practical. Okay. Abundant. Wealthy. Successful. The Lovers. Perfect coordination. And the Lovers is commitment to what you're doing. Finding the harmony. Again, the Three of Cups. Beautiful. The Three of Cups is also a card of reconnection. I think we had it this morning already, okay? This is about celebration. This is positive growth. It's all very good. These are all very good. And this is Spirit saying, you know, you're well on your way. This is a definite Spirit message, you know? This is your guides going, you're on your way. Things are going, don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to take an outcome, 2 outcome cards here. Right. The Ten of Wands is coming out again. All right. Okay. That one, they all jumped, so I'm taking them. I'm actually doing a clarity spread, but a bigger one. I usually do 4, 3, 2, and 1, but in this case, I did 5 rows. It's fine. You have the Oppression card with the 3. This is them reminding you, you had them this morning as well. You had it in the outcome. It come out, and it's not a coincidence. Yeah. I'm not going to do it again, but you know what I think about that word. So, what happens with this is that you may be feeling a lot of responsibilities and obligations and stress and oppression and overwhelm having to do all of this work. But Spirit, with the Three of Pentacles, you guys know what this card means for me. This is your spirit guides, okay? This card always comes out when it's saying that Spirit is with you, watching over you. This is the teamwork that involves, the teamwork that you may not always feel and see, but it is constantly with you. It is with you from the moment you start this journey to the moment that you go, okay? And thereafter, okay? You're going to probably meet up with these people, whether they were alive in your life or they never been alive and just quietly guiding you. These are the people you're going to meet back up with at the end of your journey here on the planet, okay? They're going to be they're your allies. They are absolutely with you. And the thing with these energies is that they don't want you to feel oppressed. They don't want you to feel like you're alone on this journey. Okay, so it keeps coming back up. You're not alone here. You're not doing this on your own. Okay, this Page of Pentacles is that you're going through very solid new beginnings. Okay, brand new things are happening to you. Okay, you are an apprentice and you're gaining knowledgeable skills. All of these skills will serve you right, but you have to remember, if you've just learned them or just found out about these contracts that you're doing, it's gonna take a bit. We're creatures of habit and we like falling back into the, well, not what we like, but we do. We fall back into the habit of bad habits. That's why they call them bad habits. My God, do we have them over and over again, okay? But don't worry about it. Keep watching here. I'll remind you that you're falling back into something, and then you can just get yourself back out of it. This is your energies telling you. You may put your foot in it again this week. Don't worry about it. It's not going to make you fall right back to zero. It's just going to give you a little bit of a pause for a minute, you know, give you a second of like, wait a minute, you know, think about it, okay? Think about it. Yeah. Cat's feet. Pause. Just take a pause. Yeah, I know, not funny. I heard that Hitchcock used to say that. But, all right, so I'm going to take one card here. Aha. Oh, I love this. This is Spirit saying they believe in you, okay? Look at this. My slightest improvement is such great value. So this is Spirit saying, you know, don't be so hard on yourself, especially when you fall back into a groove. Look at that. They're crowning you. They think you're doing great, okay? Just the fact that you find out and know that you're falling back into something that you had worked through is a great accomplishment, as opposed to not knowing what you were doing wrong over and over again. Just remember that. You have to pat yourself on the back, okay? When you realize you're falling back into it, you go, oh, whoops, okay, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to move forward now, okay? It says there is tremendous value when you're able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way you feel. For even in that small emotional improvement, you may have regained a measure of control. Okay, so I was a little fuzzy with that, and there you go. This is a card of control and possessiveness. So they're putting it back into there and applying another meaning to this, okay? So, you no longer feel powerless, and so your trek back up the emotional scale is now not only possible, but it's relatively easy. So well said, okay? This isn't a fall back to the point of no return. This is simply a fallback telling you, don't worry about it. Okay? It happens. You're not starting back from scratch. It's just a pause. Cat's feet. All right, you guys. Have a great day. I'm sending lots of love, light, and blessings to you. And thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you, stay safe, okay? Just stay safe. We're at the end of this huge pandemic. We're all going to start getting vaccinated. And yeah, somebody asked about a Q&A a little while back. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to look what others do. If it's a Q&A for just asking me questions maybe about what I do, that'd be okay. But I'll take a look, and I'll let you know, and I'll plan it way ahead. Maybe I do one if it goes well. Maybe we plan one once a month, and you guys can join, and we can have some fun. Okay, take good care of yourself, Pisces. I will see you in the next reading, and yeah, love and light, guys. Bye.